all right? Yeah, it's not Chesil Beach. It's a Bristol Channel, mate. How you all doing? You all right? That's enough of that. What am I doing? Yeah, as you can see, we're fishing a different venue. As you know, if you've been following me from the start, and hopefully you have, we fished here lots and lots and lots. We are in the Minehead area. It's no secret. I've just popped into the tackle shop, the local one, and said, how you all doing? Can I buy some bait? Where are you going? Oh, I'm going here. Well, I was actually going further on, but I forgot my studded boots. They're at home like an idiot. So I couldn't walk where I wanted to walk. So I've ended up here, which is quite a famous mark in Minehead. Apparently, it's been fishing very well. As you know by now, I do my own thing, which is definitely rare in the fishing world. All right? Fish, fish, fish. That's what it's like. Let's go. Where I come out fishing, all right? As you can tell, it's drizzling. I just come out fishing. I fished here before. It's a great tide. I don't really care if I catch any fish. Hopefully I will. So my name's Wayne. It's drizzling. Hopefully it's not on the lens. I'm in a great mood. I hope you are too. This is Minehead. This is the Bristol Channel. My name's Wayne. Let's do some fishing. That's more like 10-pin bowling. But just give me a chance to just show you the bump. Anyway, let's go. Let's go fishing, everyone. Wish me luck. Today, we are going to fish for blonde rays, small-eyed rays, spotted rays. We've got a chance of a conger eel. We've definitely got a chance of a dogfish. Oh, oh. We don't want one of them. Rig-wise, we are going to be using the Shore Hunter beefed up loop rig. As I mentioned, I do not know how it's been fishing. Well, I didn't when I was making my rigs last night. I didn't know. So what I've got is some black lug and I've got some sand eel. So I've got a beefed up Bristol Channel loop rig that will be on the store now for sale. Not that it's all about selling. If you watch my videos and you enjoy it and you want to come out and catch the same fish as me, then all you got to do is just get on my website, theshorehunter.com. If I'm using a rig and it's working, it will work for you too. That's like I was on one of those telesales programs at like 4 in the morning. Yes, not only. No, I'm joking. Bait wise, I've got loads actually. I've got some bait for myself. I've got a chicken and bacon pasta from Greg's. Last week when I fished Chesil, as you know, I got an egg sandwich. And someone asked in the comments, was it the brown bread egg sandwich? Yeah, unfortunately it was. I got a bit of PTSD when I went in there because that was the worst thing I've ever purchased from Greg's. You got that full counter and I got an egg sandwich. Today I got a cheese and bacon turnover or puff and a steak bake and a vetemol at 6:30 in the morning. So go me, all right? Not the best, felt good at the time. You know. Bait wise, right, I have English squid, Norwegian herring, squid from Riot Baits. I've got some sand eel. I've got some black lug from Kent. We have got everything. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is leave a little bit of it out to defrost. I've got an ice block in there, so if I don't use everything, I can take it home and freeze it. Because as you know, fishing is super expensive. Well, it's kind of not, but that didn't really make sense. You can buy your kit and you can use it for 10 years if you look after it, but bait and fuel are quite expensive. So for me personally, I bring out bits at a time, but I may, and I mean may, if I do well today or this afternoon, go up to a high water mark. So I've bought plenty of bait. But I've got an ice block in there. I've got that Cedra box, which is fantastic, all right? I'm not selling them, I'm just being honest with you. And yeah, it's good. Anyway, let's get a bait on. Let's do that now. Oh, Yeah, I don't really want to put my coat on, but I might have to. I'm quite excited to be here today. So like normal, I'm probably talking shit. But yeah, it's all good. It's part of the learning experience. Right, the tide is ebbing out. And what I mean by that is coming from the top down. It's a 10.3 metre tide, which for you at home, if you don't fish a Bristol channel, is probably a big one. But for here, it's quite small-ish. It's middle of the road. This is quite a big bait, but as I mentioned, I'm going to plop it out there and maybe leave it. Apparently there could be some line snags, which is not good. But there you go, look. There's half a side of English squid with double sand eel on a shore hunter pulley here in Minehead. Let's get it out there. Check my mags. So I'm going to cast upstream with a 7-ounce because the tide is coming down. And there we are, simple stuff. Out in that tide rod. Keep the line up. There's a finger of rocks, as I said, right out in front. Could be some weed. I'm going to try and stay away from them, yeah? Ratchet's on. That's a good cast, I like that out there. What I'm going to do on the second one is put a scratching rig on. I've got a beefed up, I've just made it, and I'm going to sell it in the shop. A Bristol channel loop rig. So after the success on Chesil with my loop rig, and it's caught loads and loads of fish, sometimes when you turn up to a venue like today, I do not know, apart from a little bit of information, what is out there. If I come here with a pulley panel like that and I just put a fish bait on, that's great. I'm fishing for rays and dogfish. My way of thinking is, if I use a loop rig, a beefed up one, 3/0 hooks, 50, 60 pound snoods, I can fish a sand eel on one and a black lug or maybe a ragworm or a bit of crab on top. Maybe for a codlin or a bass. Recently, as you know, if you watch my videos, I love using 2 hook rigs to try different things. In the olden days, I used to use one. Oh, I'm gonna go out and fish for rays. So I fished sand eel on both. Great. If there's no rays, I don't get anything. Nowadays, I come out with a sand eel on one hook. Oh, prime example, I fish a place called Seatown. Everyone knows it. Around March, April, you get small-eyed and you get place. What I used to do is just turn up one day, oh, I'm going to fish for small-eyed today, and then next week I'm going to come back and fish for place. What I do now is fish for place on one hook and small-eyed on the other. Make sense? So that's what I'm doing today. I've got some black lug, maybe for a bass or an early codlin for the Bristol channel, and a fish bait for maybe a small-eyed, a blonde, or even a spotted ray. While I'm fishing down this area, you don't really get thornbacks as a rule, which is quite strange because further up the channel, on the English side, that is all you get. But look, we're fishing. I've got a rod in the water. I'm going to go and get a loop rig, put some bait on it. I'll take you with me. I'll show you what I'm doing. When I come back, it's out and out fishing. You guys are going to be on the rods all day. I may fish here for 5-6 hours and move up to a high water venue. If I do, that will be a separate video. But yeah, I could be out all day fishing, which is good. I've taken the day off of rig making to get back to what we know, hey? Cheers, everyone. Yes, I'm going to be trying out this new rig. I've used a loop rig before in the channel. That's my flappers for scratching around. That's up and overs. Got quite a lot of rigs here, not gonna lie. Here we go. Leave one of these out. Get a spare rig. Just go with a panel for now. There's a spare one. I get one of each out and then I can bait up. Especially when you're using fish baits and 2 hooks, you need a spare rig because you spend half an hour every cast out of the water, you know. I'm surprised I'm the only one, even though it's a Tuesday. I went out to a concert last night with my missus. Yeah, it was alright. Went to Bristol. She was happy. Yeah. Right, so that's the spare pulley. Whoa. Put it there. Remember, if you get sand in your splashdowns, they won't open. So wash them out, yeah? Little tip for you there. Right, and here we go. We've got a beefed up Bristol channel loop rig. Only made these last night. So they're just the same as a normal loop rig, but just bigger. Don't know what I've done here. There we go. Oh, I've got rigs everywhere, look. So I've got beefed up Cascade, specimen ones, and beefed up hooks. So they're offset Frios from Cox and Roll. As you can see, I'm fishing on one still. Right, so I'm not really sure, apart from the little bit of information that I got given in the tackle shop. Normally it's true, but you never know. Right, so what I'm going to do now is push my chances by fishing 2 baits on a loop rig. Sand on one and a black lug on the other. Maybe for a spotted ray on the sand hill. I've not actually pushed the bait needle through the sand hill. I've put it next to it to keep it straight. There you go, let me show you that, the first one. All right, because it's a sand hill, I don't want to push that bait needle right through it and then just pull it off and look at that. Perfect. And on the second hook, we'll go for a black lug. A single black lug. Maybe for a flatfish, a codlin, a bass. Not a ray. They will take worm, but not as a rule. Right, I'm going to walk down tide. As you can see, the tide's gone right out and cast to the right hand side of the other one. But there you go. There's my loop rig. Ready to go. I've got a bit of seaweed on my line. I need to move the rods down really, but I'll do it in a minute. Well, that didn't take long. I got a bite on the loop rig. See, it's come back a little bit slack. I just baited up another one, because what I like to do is cast out first, let the tide go back, get 2 rigs ready, like I've got one here, another loop riglet. 2 nice baits. Blacks, sandal. And I've got a pulley on the floor, which I'm just finishing up now. I wind them both in after about an hour, walk the stand down, cast them both out again. That's why I've got spare rigs. But it looks like I've got a bite on the loop rig. It came back and then, might be a dog, but let's stay on that, yeah? Just in case. I'll finish off baiting out this one. The good thing is I've got 2 hooks. So it could be a ray sat on the bottom, and something else comes along and nails the top hook, or vice versa. Definitely a bite. Pulled right down and came back up. My second pulley going out is a squid sandal wrap, which I'll show you in a minute. Boat coming out. Must have come down from Watch It, because I've heard that one coming for a while. It's not a Minehead boat, that one. Not really sure what's about. Maybe spur dogs or rays, probably. And there we go. That's my second pulley ready to go outlet. Looking out with the tubing, how that circle kicks at the top. I'll trim it up at the bottom, but that's pretty neat. So what I like to do is just make it more streamlined. Oh, that's close. Nearly cut the main line then. And there you go. Look at that. Anyway, we're ready now. If you're fishing an area where people are walking and there's dogs everywhere, don't put your traces on the floor. But as you can tell, I'm in like the middle of nowhere, like Mars, with all my friends like normal. So yeah, I can get away with putting the traces on the floor, but don't do it in places like a normal beach, because you get Karen come along with little Karen and their dog eats your brand new loop rig with a 3.0 offset Cox and roll hook. Yes, brother, you're going on Facebook. Oh yes. And there we are, I've moved down. I left these out for a soak. It's probably I had a little bite on this one earlier, but there's a little bit of weed, but there could be a fish on there. It's on my loop rig. Oh. Let's keep it going. Yeah, bit of weight. Might be the weed. If it's a fish, not fighting like one. Could be something little. That's the joys of using a loop rig, see? I don't know. Oh, we got a fish. Oh, brother. Ooh. I thought I had a bite, didn't I? Got a little conger. And there you go, everyone. That's first cast here on the mighty Bristol channel. Brother, look at that. That's an Ian Beale. Anyway, let's get him off. For anyone wanting to know, this is how you use a T-bar here on the mighty Bristol channel. I've got a conger reel. He's fine. He's hooked just in the lip. I don't want to touch him. Firstly, he's super slimy. And secondly, it's better for the fish if I don't touch him. So what I'm going to do now is use a T-bar and get him away. There you go, look. The hook's in his mouth. I've got the T-bar locked in. What I'm going to do, take him out to the water so I don't give him a headache, and give it a little bounce. Ready? Brilliant. And there we are. He's away. Happy days. I'm not slimy and he is happy. First cast on my new rig and we caught a fish. And there you go. There's a sand eel at the top and black lug on the bottom. Let's pop it out there. And there we are. See if we can get out in that tide run. Let a bit of line out. What I'm going to do now is change the other one. Put my ratchet on. Just thought I'd bring you back. We've got one problem. We've gone from a southwesterly to a northerly, which is strange. It's cold. I've not got my bottoms on again. I've got a jacket I can put on. As you know, I don't normally put my rods in the cups, but I don't want to get covered in sand and mud. But yeah, it's quite slow. One fish. As I mentioned, I don't really know what to expect. I suppose when I heard it was fishing well, I thought maybe I'd get a few more fish on the ebb. But sometimes I've been here, as you know, because you've seen me here loads, I don't get a fish on the dropping tide. And then when that tide turns, it comes from left to right, and then all the fish come and we get into some rays. That's what I find. The first push, normally pick up a few rays, but it's fishing. It's cold fishing. It's winter fishing. Yeah, it's all right though. It's nice. It's nice to be back by the Bristol channel. Forgot my fork, so I've got to eat my pasta on my tea bar. Pretty emotional. Anyway, I'll keep eating. It's pretty slow. But it only takes that one fish, yeah? Come on. Bloody thing. Yeah. Come here. I'll let you go with a hook in you. Yeah, mate. And there we are. A hermit. Tangle me up, look. Look at the shape of him. There he is. A hermit crab. I actually hooked him, look. Good effort. I'll put myself. Anyway, I'll put him there for a bit. He's all right. He's good to go. Woohoo! Match a hatch, natural baits. That's what we're saying. All right, let's get this pulley out there. Oh, it's cold. I'm blue. Do I look like a helmet? Don't answer that. I feel blue. There you go. Let's go. Right, mate. Look at it. Looks perfect for a fish. We've got a bit of tide. Tide's coming in. Yeah. Sorry about this. Pretty hard. They're not moving. I've got baits ready. I'll just keep it going in. Never mind. We've still got the best time though. From now up for a couple of hours. Hopefully I can get us into a ray. Hey, we got a chance. As you know, when you're out fishing, you've always got a chance. Come on. Bang, bang, bang. Slap. Slap. Pull over. Come on. Go. And go. No. Anyway, it's lovely to be here. Oh, and there we go. I've got one rod in. That's probably the hardest session I've had this year. Well, I've probably had worse, I just can't remember them. But have I got a ray on the last cast? Oh, I've got a load of weed. But yeah, that's horrendous. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's cold. Had a bit of a northerly when it should have been a southwesterly, I'm not sure. I had great baits, great rigs, you know. I don't know what to say other than sorry. It's pretty shit. But yeah, I tried hard till the end. I could stay for another half an hour, but it's just pointless. It's just not really happening. Oh. And there you go, that bait is untouched, just like all the others. Anyway, my name's Wayne. This is the wonderful, beautiful Bristol channel. I'm very sorry it's been a little bit slow today, or this afternoon. I will try harder next time, but thanks again for joining me. As I said, it's a privilege to be out fishing for you, and I hope you enjoy it, and I can't help it. Sometimes it's a little bit hard, but that makes up. That doesn't really make sense. The good times make up for the bad times. You know what I'm saying. It's been shit, I'm sorry. I'll see you somewhere else very soon.